Yeah.
Yeah, we're live, by the way. There's no one here, but they will be here in a second. People are fucking... Yeah, they're very quick to get in. Let me see if I can start something. I'll move this over here. Here. This one. Let's have this pretty low. Let's see if I have... Yeah, I have the Doppler effect too. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Edit filters here. None. Or never mind. I do this. Yeti. Close. Sean Stone. Hey, what's up, man? What's up? Xap, you're here too. Last draw. Nice. Hey, what's up, man? Tell me if the music is too loud. I want it quite low. I can close this one.
And you can bring it down somewhat.
Yeah, bring it down more. Alright, alright. Close this one. Hold on. Is that better? Seems good to me. Hey, what's up, Swipe? So, guys, we got Bradric here with us today. We're gonna have a live stream and talking about Eve. How about that? Benny. Hey, what's up, Benny? You're right.
Straight on, don't they?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, can you hear Bradric? Guys, can you hear him? Is that fine?
What's going on, fellas?
Yeah. Justin Harlan, hey, what's up, man? Yeah, he's typing too, man. I'm good, thanks. Yep, alright, amazing. Amazing. So, everyone good? I do have, let me see, I got 20 more 30% and like 15 more 50% codes as well. So yeah, we have total like 20 codes, 50% and 35 30%. It's pretty crazy. I'm not sure where Gica gets all these codes from. Well, I'm pretty sure he gets it from NetEase, but like why he's getting so much. Yeah, you can hear him, Swipe. All right. So how do you feel, Bradric, about this event? I think you know what I feel, but like, what are your general feelings for it?
It's not much different than their previous events, and we discussed how they go about events. I don't have a problem with them doing events. My only issue is that they do the whole chances thing. If they just did straight events where you can just buy straight items, then it's cool. But when they do the whole, hey, you're paying for a chance to get an item, you might get this, you might get that.
Yeah, true.
It can be annoying.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't have as much chance now as we did before. I think this is more straight up, like, if you want it, buy it, right? Or am I wrong about that? Yeah.
No, you're right. It's a lot better now than it was before.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm up. And I haven't jumped into doing any of the missions or anything just yet, but I know some guys that have, and they said they did. You know, when they were doing the interstellar missions, they were making some hits from doing that stuff. I think most of it's up in high sec and low sec. I haven't been out of the low sec in some time, so.
All right. Yeah, I've done a few of those missions. I think they're fine. I mean, it's nothing special. It's basically just encounters and some missions. I just go there and scan and go there and dock and talk to someone. So it's not that interesting, but I mean, it's a step in the right direction, I feel.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as Diablo, said Benny. So that is a plus for Eve
And
Echoes. Yeah.
like one of the things that I try to tell a lot of people, man, like no matter how bad the monetization gets, it only gets you if you choose to swipe your credit card. I've seen videos of guys like Diablo just came out, and this guy's talking about they spent thousands on the game, and they're complaining about it. And I'm just like, well, why did you pull out your credit card?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Like you're not compelled to do that.
Yeah, and I've done that so many times myself. And you play a game and you just pay some money because you have a free weekend or whatever, and you wanna just like advance a bit. But it always ends up for me like quitting the games. So I'm trying to wait at least 2 weeks. If I can't go free to play, I wait 2 weeks and see if the game is good enough to put something
Right.
small in, But yeah, I'm trying
That's
to
how
be
I'm
free
doing
to play.
Diablo
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I'm doing Diablo right now. It's just I'm playing it, and I'm not playing it like 8 hours straight or nothing crazy. I'm just playing it, seeing how it progresses, seeing how it goes. Let a few things develop, let them fix some issues if there are any, and then see if I want to spend money. I did the same thing with Eve Echoes. I didn't spend money on Eve Echoes right out the gate. Like I was actually free to play for quite some time, and then once when that anniversary event came is when I kind of first actually spent some money, real money, and
Yeah.
just got my next year, paid up. And
Yeah.
I've been playing since, but I gotta see it be worth me spending money before I just give them, swipe my credit card.
Yeah, same here. During pretty much that time, I started paying some small money too, and now I'm not free to play anymore. I have been putting in money now and then, but I was free to play for a long time, or like pretty much a year. And if you play a game free to play for a year, and I felt like I made that much money in the game that I felt this is a good game. But it's different if you start today. It's not as simple.
Right. Well, we got more players that have higher tech levels too. When we first started playing that first year, I think we were all around T6, T7, still waiting on tech level stuff, still waiting on ships to be released.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more now. Capitals are being killed every week, stuff like that. So
Yeah, true. Spending is not a problem. It's a lack of acceptance that is this game. This game is a luxury. Yeah. I mean, yeah. In this game, I've said it before. You wanna have your ships. You wanna build your empire or whatever it is. Building your pirate life, and you do have your what could you call it, like favorite ships that you do want to spend your ISK on.
right. I mean, we so in the area of space I currently occupy, most of my ships are built by corporation members. Like I go
Yeah.
and I make this doing exploration or doing whatever I do and selling planetary resources or and when that is piles up, I just go get a blueprint or we make the blueprints ourselves now. And those guys, man, they just build whatever ship I ask. And I just have a tab for the most part.
Yeah. Did you spend any money on this event? I'm not sure if I asked that.
I have not.
Oh, you haven't spent anything.
No.
Yes.
ISK. It's a couple of boxes you can get with ISK. I bought some of those.
Yeah, did you get anything?
I haven't even opened them.
Man, interesting. How about you do it today? While we're
Yeah, I
here.
can do that.
Yeah.
See what's there.
We find a good time to do that. Yeah, Kumar says hello, sir, a bit late. No, you're not late. Well, we just started, and we probably sit here for a while, actually. Yeah, hello, Bradric. Hello, Gica. Gica is not here yet. He's putting his kids to bed. So hopefully he will be here. If not, then we just have to have a good time with you guys. And this is not a ship that I want to change. I'm pretty happy with this skin. But I do have. What ship was it? I have to go in and look. There's one ship that I thought I wanna change. I can't remember.
I really don't have an issue with monetization along the same lines as some others. Where my issue lies is kind of what Geeka be saying a lot of times with, like with Diablo, the monetization right now is it's set up in a way to where if you have the whales and the people who don't spend money, and that category is the player base is separated by it because you can't in Diablo, for instance, like PvP, you can't play with those guys if they're spending money. Like they have gear that just wipes you, right? So it kind of creates a rift between the player base. And a lot of players will stop playing the game entirely because of that rift. We don't have that problem so much in Eve Echoes. Like guys can spend what they want, but at the end of the day, it's still Eve. We can just get enough guys and enough ships, so we can still kill you.
You will still die. Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah. It doesn't matter. Like 2 people can kill anyone. So yeah, it's all about being smart. Hey, what's up, Peshva? Thank you for being here. Fun fact, all 3 people in the podcast here do like Galente in some way or other, isn't it? Well, that's a good question. I am a Galente fan, but I'm also an Amar fan. It kind of depends on what ships, but I do love the guns for Galente. So what do you feel, Bradric?
I am a Galente fan all the way through.
Hell yeah.
Back from a while ago, I've been a Galente Fourth Federation kind of guy. I like Caldari too. It's a love-hate relationship with both because of the story and the lore. But that's what makes it interesting though. So I find myself being more of a Mordu's Legion kind of type because I like Galente, but I also understand Caldari. I fly both classes of ships for Galente and Caldari for both factions, and also fly Mordu ships as well.
Yeah, and Mordu is between Galente and Caldari, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was a bit unsure about my memory, but I thought that was it. But yeah, I do like, yeah.
They're considered Caldari sympathizers that are Galente. a lot of the Mordu's Legion are veteran Galente pilots that are sympathizers with the Caldari because Caldari used to be a faction within the Galente Federation.
That is true. That is true. But I do like Galente, but I do like holy shit, why do I like miss, I forget the name. The Serpentis is like Galente like is good, but Serpentis is even better. In my opinion.
Oh yeah.
But they want to see the rattlesnake, or they want to talk about, I don't know. Let's see. Dude, this...
I like the Galente for their military practices as far as that, like their R&D, the way they build their ships, their idea around railguns and drones and just the armor and the signature radiuses on their ship. Or they make some really good ships. If you look at everything overall, they make some really good ships, top notch. But their politics are where you kind of start drawing the line on the Galente.
Agree. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Kumar, I forgot the Serpentis Corporation or Sarpati. But all right. Let me just read some of these comments here. Lol, this event proved to be good for me. I sold about 50% code for 200 million. Dude, I saw that. Is that, can you do that? Is that legal? I got a shit ton of them. I just give them away. Yeah, he sold 50% coupons for 200 million, which is good. I mean, if you want to buy Plex, you can buy them for half the price. So yeah, sure, it's good. What else are they saying? For the Federation, that's you, man. Agree. I do think that the monetization should stay balanced. I do think they should have it at least in moderation. Like buying.
Yeah, it shouldn't separate the player base. That's the issue.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people
very much
at its core, a lot of people have a problem with it because it separates the player base a lot of times. It's bad. It's really bad about that with a lot of games. Like once people start paying, there's no limit to what they can pay, and it creates a rift.
It sure does. Hey, what's up, William? Yeah, I mean, as I say, I don't care if people spend. I only care if the game is hurting by the monetization, and most games are. So yeah, I'd take a 50% code, Sheev. Lastro, you know I have so many. Can you PM me on Discord and I will give you one, straight up. If anyone in this stream here right now want a 50% code, PM me on my Discord, or personally, like to me on the Discord. I can send you a code. Unless Netties messed this up again and it's not 50% codes, but you tell me if it doesn't work. Let me see. Awesome rattlesnake. Yes, this rattlesnake is actually the nicest ship that I have. I'm not sure why I say that, because the Vindicator is my baby, but I just love this. This is so nice. Thank you so much, man. I love Galente since how helpful and virtuous they are. Yeah, Serpentis is also helpful. If you need drugs, man. Let me see. We got we got one here. Let me see. A stupid question. Do you want 50 or 30%? I'm not even gonna ask that. Like before, like when they started with these codes, like a week ago, I was on the Facebook, and they said something. You know, if you post an image of something in game, and you get enough likes, you can win a 50% code or something. And I was like, yeah, sure, I do it. And I got a PM from them, and they said like, here's your code. And I was like, oh shit, man, that's nice. And I went in and I got a 10% code. So I was like, dude, I'm not gonna buy anything for 10%. I'm not gonna buy anything for 30. Like, I can get a 50. Right. Why would I even buy 30? You know? And so I waited and I got a 50 after a while. But I mean, there's so many 50s out. I'm not sure why people uses 30s. I don't get it. So this one, I send you a code here. You're the best streamer. I'm not sure I'm the best streamer, but I'm trying to be funny. Where is here? Let me just... Or you know what? While I do this, while I give away some codes, how about you talk about how do you feel about the nano cores in terms of skins? Do you think it's you can pretty much talk about anything, but like, would you rather have the skins not to have any, or the nanos not to have any stats?
They may just be skins. I like the nano cores. I think they overdo it with some things. They don't need to add things that break the game balance, because then you're just trying to create a pay to win kind of aspect if you do that. For instance, the recruit nano cores that you can get in faction warfare, the veteran nano cores, those are good cores. The NCO cores are really good cores. Those are good cores you have to earn in game. You can't necessarily just buy them with real money. You can buy them with ISK. You can buy them. You can trade some of those. You have to earn them by playing faction warfare to get those cores. When they come out with the event cores, they put so much to them. I forget which one it was, but the one where you can get all the warp stability, that's just crazy, because it actually affects the game. It affects gameplay.
Yeah.
When guys can get like 20 warp stability, or even the one where you can get like, you can have like 20 points tackling or 50 km range tackling. It's just like, okay, this is nuts.
Yeah.
This actually affects the part of the game. But I'm fine with cores. I wish they gave us more of options for coloring, for doing these color schemes. Just give us a full range of, color spectrum where we can actually just adjust it the way we want to have it look to make our cores look good. But I'm fine with it as long as it doesn't break the game. A few extra stats here and there isn't groundbreaking. But when they start giving away warp stability, that's when you start seeing like serious problems. Like ships are being tackled by 3 different ships, they still warp away. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is, and this is the Death Wish Nano Core, and the way I handle it, I do have a Death Wish myself, of course. It's on my, let me see. I think it's on my Balgorn, which is my PvP ship, but it's not because of that. Because look at this. I'll open up my code.
And there's nothing wrong with nothing wrong with warp stability, warp core optimizers. A lot of people complain about that, like, oh, he's stabbed or he's warp core. Yeah, that's part of the game. That's a tactic.
True.
That's how you get out of stiff situations, especially like null set. So I don't have a problem with that. But when it starts getting to the point where they make it to where you can't counter it, anything that can't be countered in the game is unbalanced.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, this was a Dark Halo. Yeah, I'm not sure where my Death Core is, but I don't have, like, I rolled it with damage and tank or whatever. I did prevent myself to get the warp core because I don't, like the last stream I said, if I were in a fight and I was about to lose, like the last thing you're gonna see is me warping away like a chicken, you know. I'm gonna stay there and die if I die. So I have no use for the course, man.
And I mean, fair play though. Like if you plan to fight and you have a backup plan to get out of there, and you use warp core optimizers and you got stabs and that's how you built your ship, that's cool. They need to be able to counter it, and so fair play.
Yeah.
My issue is when the numbers can just be exponentially stacked. Like, then it's not fair play. It takes 12 guys to tackle you. Okay, that's not fair play.
That's not fair play. But in all kill maze we see where there's more than one guy, there's always like 20 guys, and you have a strength of 30, 40. So I mean, it's not gonna help you that much if you have paid your way into this game and you have all this, let's say, Death Wish core, and you have 24. Is it 24 or 21 you can get? I mean, it's not gonna help you.
The number is crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna help you a few times, but I mean, you're gonna die. And and I mean, if you're just playing the game and not playing it, then you're gonna be bored. So that guy is gonna get out anyway. Let me see. What did we miss? I know that we missed a few things here while I was sending out some codes. Spending is not... Okay, I like the skin. Where was we? Where was I? You, we. We're not as bad. Okay, here. Imagine having a chat with like 90 people. It's like impossible. Amar forever, Peshwa. Hell yeah. Amar is nice. Okay, SOE forever. Someone said something about that I am an SOE player, but I'm not.
I love the Astro and the Astero, and I plan on getting a Stratios really soon. I love those ships.
Do you plan on getting a Stratios?
Yes. Well, I explore in NoSec.
What are you gonna use it for?
I'm used to exploration and doing
right.
Yeah, I'm used to flying around out there and doing exploration, and I want to upgrade to a Stratios just so I can get around. And when I find in-space sites like T6 in-space sites and stuff, the Stratios can be built strong enough to do them almost solo.
Oh, that's nice. I did not know that. Serpentis Corporation are helpful if you want coiffure with drugs, medicinal herbs. Yeah. Justin Holland, that skin is gorgeous. Was that the Balgorn? I think warp stability on nanocores is absolutely horrible. At least Eve is better than Diablo Immortal. Dude, you're the second guy who says that. You should see my... I will release a video tomorrow about Diablo. Why I quit. I haven't quit it, but you know... Yeah, why I quit. What I don't like about it, and it's not the monetization. It's because the game is a bit flawed. But let me see. I would pretty much prefer customizable skins. I don't like the changing stats on the nanocores, yeah. Especially those that are locked by the paywall. Yes, I'm talking about 5 faction nanocores. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, the faction war games, you can get cores there. I like those.
Yeah, those are great.
I actually play and try to get those nanocores.
Yeah, I think like if they would have made the game so that you can buy skins with ISK, and you can buy like the ability to nano core your ship, not necessarily a nano core, but just so that you can actually change your colors, just like 200 plex or whatever. That would have been amazing, you know.
Yeah, they got to
And
go for
yeah,
the smaller volume in monetization. That's the other thing about
yeah,
monetization with most of these games is these guys are going for your jugular a lot of times, like right out of the gate. Like start small and make money on the volume of players. Don't go for the whale so much. You keep more players that way. When the purchases are really small purchases over time, that actually
exactly.
adds up quicker. Like I don't mind spending $1 here, $5 here, even $10 there, but when it's always like $100, you're not going to get. You're just going to get whales. You're not going to get all of your
Yeah.
players to kind of bite on that. You can get more players to bite on like $2 or $3.
Oh hell yeah! Like imagine 200,000 people playing this game, and everyone pays, the Omega, like the Duo Omega, and the
Correct.
Concord Pass. That is a lot of money. I think that is even more than what they make today with only whales. So
Exactly.
yeah, I
Exactly.
totally agree. Axel, hey, what's up, my man? If you're not pinned by pirates, I lost so many ships. I lost so many kills to stabs, too many. Yeah, it's boring. I'm sorry. I know. Especially if you're pinned by me. Yeah. Maddie stopped hunting in Losec after that Death Wish course. Yeah. Dude, like, that is it's so bad. Yeah, oh man. And
Yeah, low
as,
sec kind of die.
yeah, and like I've never been a content creator, so I cannot talk to them. Well, I have talked to them, but I have no authority at all, even though that the content creators don't have any authority either. But I've been talking to them, and I've said like, this core that you're releasing now, and I was talking about the Death Wish core, and I was like, that is really, really bad for the game. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they obviously didn't care, and I'm pretty sure that Benzi said the same.
Yeah. He did.
So yeah.
He did.
Justin Harland, the Raven. Man, I'm missing so much here in the chat. What do you mean, Justin Harland, with the Raven? Do you want to see my Raven? Vargas getting away from 30 scrams. Oh, yeah, Vargas with death core. Yeah. 8 stabs in general. Well, when I played EVE Online, I never used stabs. And I don't use stabs here either. I do have on the mining ship that I have, just because I was in nullsec. And I can actually remove it because I've never even pressed that button ever. So yeah, it's like, why have stabs when you can have resistance or damage instead? For me, it's just a waste. But yeah, and then you have
Well,
rigs too. Yeah.
well, there's a popular kind of idea going around that several people have mentioned before. A lot of people have mentioned it actually, is to have negative effects on a lot of the rigs, because rigs right now are just tiered T1 to T3, and obviously T3 is better than T1, and T2 better than T1, and so on and so forth. But they're saying, instead of making it that way, getting a T3 rig comes with a negative as well. Like if you warp core, like right now, if you warp core optimize 3 T3 warp core optimizers, you just get 9 points of stability. That's it. There's no negatives.
That's
There's
true.
not even any breakdown. Like it doesn't go down as you add more. It's just 3. You get 9 points. You're just out of there. So if they don't have, 3 scrams, they're not going to
Yeah.
be able to lock it down.
Yeah. Do you use stabs, Bradric?
I don't use stabilizers, the module. I use warp core optimizers in the rigs on some builds, and it just depends on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't have
Right.
a problem with them using them in nullsec, especially because like nullsec is nullsec, but I don't use stabs because there is, and the reason I don't is because there is a negative with stabs, that you lose scan resolution when you equip stabs, and like I'm a bomber pilot, I'm a co-pilot pilot, so
Yeah.
if I start stacking on, I'm already losing scan resolution just by equipping the co-op
Yeah.
flow.
Yeah.
So
It's
if I
so
start
bad.
stacking on stabs, my scan resolution is going to be trash. It's going to be locking on forever.
That, like, Yeah, that is like the only thing that make me sleep at night is like you get so bad scan resolution that like the reason to use it is non-existent for me. And imagine it not having any issues, like not having any bad bonuses, man. By the way, I want to say, Maddie, huh? I am looking for, and don't like tell me if this is wrong, Maddie. If I'm swimming very deep out in the ocean right now, I'm not sure, but I'm looking for a podcast with a really really rich guy in Eve Echoes. Are you one of those? Because I've seen a couple of your ships. Or do you know anyone who's really really rich? And I'm talking really rich. It would be amazing to have a podcast with that guy. Or you. So I just wanted to say that. I'm broke. All right. Yeah, I do know one who's really really rich, but he quit the game. So Maddie, he's broke. I'm not sure he's broke. But yeah. I only lose big ticket ships. Yeah. Maddie, how much have you paid Eve Echoes? Can you say that? Rich people keep them. Yeah, well, I'm not rich either. I give them away. So as soon as I get a lot of money, I just feel like I want to give it away. Which is bad. Otherwise, I would have been probably pretty rich. Yeah.
It might surprise you who the actual rich players are in Eve Echoes, but a lot of them that I know are mostly corporation leaders.
Oh yeah,
They
definitely, definitely.
Keep really quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep really quiet. They're pretty rich.
Yeah, yeah, I do understand that. So if I get someone on the podcast that would want to join talking about how rich they are, we can do it like without a name, if that works. I don't know. People might hear your voice. I don't know, but yeah, it would be amazing to see that side of people who can just like I don't know, either make money in the game in a crazy amount of money, or just spend like real money because someone is really rich in real life. I mean, yeah, this is a game you could actually put a lot of money into. I would never go and put that money on Diablo Immortal, even if I had the money. So yeah.
No, there's not enough content in Diablo to be spending money. Like I see guys doing that in Diablo. I'm just like, what are you spending money on? The game just released. Like what are you buying? You're still getting stuff for practically free. Like the first 40 levels at least, you're getting a ton of stuff free. Like, I don't know what they bought in the first week.
I so agree, man. I so agree. Okay, so Maddie, you're broke off the 151 billion dread loss. That's not the only thing he's lost. That APOC looked totally Sith. Yeah, it is. This is a Sith striker. Yeah, it's really badass. Yeah, he has, and I'm pretty sure that the richest people don't have any like losses. So yeah, rich people keep them. Let me see. Surprisingly, not much. You haven't spent that much in the game. Oh yeah, sure, okay. Spent the most in early game playing Plex. Oh, pretty much like I did. That's very smart of you. Maddie, the man who lives on after even losing 151 billion integrated Naglfar. Dude, I would be a little bit upset, actually, to be honest. Sheev, when are you gonna be in Tama? Yeah, I can be in Tama.
The thing about Maddie, the thing about Maddie that I appreciate is like he's not doing that foolishly. Like I get on, people I defend in NoSec all the time for losing ships like fools. Now Maddie lost all those ships in combat, so it's big kills. But it was in wars. It was in raids on stations and missions. Like Maddie wasn't losing it because he got caught ratting in NoSec somewhere in a pocket, not paying attention. He was like front running in a fucking Abaddon, just punching through enemies. That's how he lost those ships.
you know in PvP when you get like when you get that nerve, like the nervous itch in your body when you do PvP and you feel like, oh shit, maybe this is a bit more than I can take, and you're not sure if you're gonna win or lose, and you start sweating a little bit. That's what
they call it, the Eve shakes.
Yeah, the Eve shakes. That has pretty much stopped working for me because I don't get it. But I can just imagine myself sitting in a dread, like 151 billion dread, and I just see that, holy shit, this loco is not my friend. I would probably start sweating, man. And I would love that feeling, man.
That's how you know when that feeling goes away in combat. That's how you know it's time to spend more risk.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's where it comes from. It comes from the risk. When you feel safe, that's when you start losing the shakes, and you can't enjoy the true, feeling of PvP in Eve unless you're getting the shakes. When you know it's about to go down, when there's enough players on grid where it matters, but someone's depending on you. Hey, you gotta being a Cobalt pilot. You always get the shakes because you're always like, you're the first guy to see the enemy. Like you're the first. Oh, there they are. Oh crap! It's 250 of them.
I love that, man.
I gotta have a report this. And like I've been in situations in combat where I'm like 3 kilometers from the enemy, and it's a bunch of them. And if I move wrong, they're gonna uncloak me, and I just have to sit there and just keep reporting. So.
Yeah, I the last time I was in nullsec, like in my with my alliance, I started discussing about like maybe I should move into high sec and low sec instead, because I couldn't contribute enough since I had my YouTube, and I was moving my ships, and I sat in exactly that situation. It's like there's no risk for me because I can lose whatever and I don't care because I have the ISK. Market went very well. I did invest very early. I still investing, and so I was like, I'm not gonna like use insurance. I didn't even have insurance because I used up all the insurance points when I did all my what the fuck videos, and so I had like 100 IP or something, and I sat in the Balgon you saw recently on the stream, as well as the Vindicator and the Nightmare, and I moved them while we had war through the pipe without scout, and I did not even look at the Alliance Discord to see if there was any like a red bubble or whatever. I was like, I'm just going, and that hour of jumping, shit, I really enjoyed it, and I survived with all 3 ships. But I mean, that was exciting. I really liked it. Yes. So I was like, I'm never gonna have any IP at all. But I've been collecting, so I haven't lost it. So I do have it now. I will have to do some videos where I can like remove it. But yeah, it kind of takes away the edge of the game. So yeah, let me see what we missed. Money could be better put in EVE Online, to be honest. Well, I'm not sure about that, but yeah, sure. Voice changer and blacked out face. Yeah, rich people don't like telling people they're rich. Yeah, that is also very true. We need to discuss a video on small-time YouTubers. Are you saying that I'm a small-time YouTuber? Just kidding. Okay, at least they're about the players. Netties ain't. Okay, full-on podcast. Okay. Sorry if I'm sorry if something made you sad. Dude, I'm really not following this chat right now. For me, everything is weird. He's okay, so Kumar is upsetting someone. I guess it's me, I don't know. That's the best feeling, adrenaline rush, says Maddie. Yeah, I guess you have had some adrenaline rush, Maddie. Let me see, I get that every time, says William Lastro. Sheev 1-on-1 with 1 billion in the hold, you get the shakes. Yeah, oh, dude, how about PvP with money on the table? That would be... Is that something I would make? Should I make that?
Well, one of the things that would give people the shakes all the time is like what you described. Like if hauling was more of a thing in the game, dudes would get the shakes all the time trying to haul. Especially coming out of nullsec.
Yeah. Oh, you saw my video probably from EVE Online where I took Friday there. Mm-hmm. Did you see that one? Yeah, I made it into like a radio story, and in that kill mail, I'm not sure if everyone saw it, but in the kill mail I had all these commodities like humans and stuff to kind of resemble like people, But the first idea I had was to actually fill it with like Sidrine or just have a crazy, funny kill mail. But then I realized that people probably fly around with Sidrine, so I would just look stupid. So I didn't. Alright, sir, how would you rate the 3 event music on a scale 1 to 10? The 3 event musics. Oh, Golden Rain, Golden Age, and now Illusionary Ghost. Okay, let's do this together, Bradric. So, scale 1 to 10 for Neon Rain, Golden Age, and Illusionary Ghost. How about you go first?
I don't like any of them. They annoy me when I go to station.
So 1-1-1?
I turn the music off during the events. I'm not saying it's bad scores. Like it's awesome, but it's just over the top. Like I'm in Nullsec getting in a fight. I dock up and Illusionary Ghost is playing. I'm like, turn this off.
I have to say something. So I'm not sure if you hear the music. I didn't think about it, but is the game music in the way for the other music? Tell me that quick in the comments, because I didn't think about it. Maybe I should turn that off. But what I noticed a couple of days ago is that if I go into market like this, the music change into something more quieter and softer, and I like that. I liked it. I don't think it did that on the Neon Rain.
It just doesn't work in Nullsec. It's fine, when you go to high sec, go to Jeter or something, and it's playing. That's cool. But in Nullsec, Nullsec's usually relatively quiet until stuff starts blowing up. So it's kind of off for the theme, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, agree. I do like this song. I like the song. So okay, you would say Neon Rain is a 1 out of 10, and what, Golden Age 1 out of 10? Illusionary Ghost 1 out of 10.
I mean, if I had to rate them, I'd give them all a 6. They're good. It's good music. It's good music. I just, for what I'm doing when I'm playing, I don't need it.
Yeah, I would rate, because this is only the music, right? I would rate the Neon Rain as maybe 5. I did not really like it. The Golden Age I would rate maybe 3, because that was really bad. And the Illusionary Ghost, this one we have now, I would rate maybe 8, as like just the music. I do like this one. It's kind of soothing. But yeah, alright. Okay. Let me see. Big stakes. You guys talking about 1 billion hold stakes. Me who is afraid to lose. His 8 run. There's everyone has the shakes depending on their wallet. Like it's a percent of your wallet that will make you sweat, I would say.
Well, not just your wallet. Just like the ships that you spend. Like if you spend a lot of ISK on ships, especially if you earning all that ISK, like up front, like especially like battleships and stuff, or even just cruisers. Like I started out with cruisers just using like the base cruisers, like the Celestis Cobalt base one. And then when I upgraded to the 2, it costs so much more. And then you upgrade to the 3 and you throw it into combat, it costs a lot more. A lot more. So you can get the shakes pretty quickly. The more you raise the price and the stakes on your ships.
Very true, very true. Hey, what's up, Jon Silva? I saw you. How you doing, my man? Do a freighter raid. Like a freighter raid. Do you say freighter or freighter? Freighter. Yeah, freighter. I do have a freighter, but I don't want to blow it up. But Demon XL is having a freighter raid, so we'll see how that goes. Last Straw says name it, Sheev, time and place for the PvP for winner takes a billion. Did you know that you are going to have to put up a billion too, right? Dude, I would go for that. I would do that fight all day. Man, that would be awesome. But yeah, I was thinking maybe I could do some kind of event where 2 people of you guys are doing PvP and I give the winner a billion. I don't know. We'll see about it. I have to think about it, how that would work. Or defend loot box Nightmare. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Nightmare is really tanky, so okay. Fill it with Quaif. we don't have Quave, which is really weird. Really weird. Better at T3 with Tech 3. Okay. Sorry?
No, well, Quaif is such a big deal in EVE Online, but it doesn't exist in EVE Echoes.
Yeah, it's weird. And EVE Echoes is further ahead, I think, in the timeline, right? Or did I get that backwards?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's further ahead than EVE Online, so maybe there's no more Quave, you know. I did buy a ton of Quave in EVE Online, so maybe they're out. Illusionary Ghost is the best music yet. Yeah, I think so. John Silver says Illusionary Ghost core pretty good. Yeah, I do like it. Let me just jump into my Illusionary Ghost core. I call it the glitch core because it's glitching. I just had to have it, so this is my own money, you know, from the wallet just to get it. Cause and this is also with a 50% code, of course. So it wasn't that expensive, but I knew that if I wouldn't get this, I would regret it like a year from now. So I kind of had to do it. But read my mind, 8 for Illusionary Ghost. Oh yeah. Cannibal Gaming, hey, what's up, my man? Kumar, yeah, you don't say freighter or freighter, you say freighter. It's pretty much like, what is that? Raper? I don't know, it's pretty funny. We do have Quaif, it's from the ancient remains. Yeah, we do have... Yeah, we actually do have. I was wrong. That's right, William. There's some ancient remains you can get, some stuff that is resembling that, right? I can't remember what it is, but yeah, that's pretty true. GeoRaj.
Oh, he's talking the items you get.
Yeah. Hey, Sheev, I feel PvP nowadays has been a bit more difficult with the number of alts some players have. They make ISK so easy that they can fit ships with completely integrated rigs and yeet. Yeah, but when they die, it's not fun.
Well, the counter to that is something that I discuss on Reddit a lot, and it's just fleet composition and teamwork and tactics. Like a lot of guys are getting in 1v1s, and they're starting at a disadvantage. There's an old saying with, just combat in general. If you find yourself in a fair fight, your tactics suck. Like, stop jumping into fights 1v1 with guys and not having any intel on what they're flying or what they're, because integrated rigs are the surprise, right? Your skills your stats can get boosted greatly by integrated rigs.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what's on that ship and what he's flying or what he's bringing to the table, you have done no recon and you just jump into that fight. You got a roll of the dice there.
Yeah, very true. So Sticky Situation says, I've been looking to fix my Quaif addiction since day one in Iveco. Started twitching in withdrawal about a year and a half ago. Yeah, it never lets you go, man. You're gonna be twitching. Liberty, hey, what's up, my man? Ship tiers are highly dumb. I mean, let's take Dictators for an example. They are the best cheap consumable ships that doesn't matter if you lose them since they don't do damage anyway. But T10 expendable ships. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can fly like T9 battleships all day and lose it.
Destroyers are in a weird place. Destroyers are in a weird place.
Yeah, destroyers are in a weird place, yeah. Yeah, true. And are you talking about, there was it a post where people said that battle cruisers can take a battleship and a striker, but a striker cannot take a capital ship? Is that what you're referring to?
He's the Q&A question.
Oh, was it a Q&A?
All
right, okay.
Yeah, one of the guys was asking why does his battleship get tackled by a single cruiser and lose? And I don't think he was just understanding like how the game balance works. And Benzie did a good job of trying to explain it.
What did he say?
Did a really good job explaining it. Well, he was saying that it's paper, rock, scissors, and Eve when it comes to ship classes. Like I think it goes 1 up, 2 down. So If you're in a battleship, for instance, you can you can kill a battle cruiser, but you're going to struggle with against regular cruisers
Yep.
and destroyers. You won't be able to hit frigates. You won't be able to hit at all. Um, but if you're in a cruiser, which cruisers in the middle ground, they do pretty well against the two classes below them, but they struggle against frigates. If a frigate has enough speed and enough range, it can really lock a cruiser down for quite some time. And if it's more than enough of them, they can take cruisers out rather easily. Cruisers don't do
Yeah.
so hot against battle cruisers going up though, um, but they can kite a battleship. If a cruiser attacks a battle cruiser, then that battle cruiser has a good chance of defeating that cruiser. The thing I always say is bring friends.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But that's not the issue. But yeah, sure, bring friends. But I like when I heard that, I said, I'm not sure if this is correct. This is just my way of talking. But I said, well, the reason the strikers in the battles, like the striker battleships, cannot take capital ships, is because we're actually missing one tier of ships. We're missing the T3 or like the Panther, the Covet Ops battleships, which would have been
Yeah.
good ships to actually be good in a fleet with friends to actually take down capital ships easier. Um,
That's one thing a lot of the player base doesn't understand is we in Eve Echoes, guys, gotta give it some time. We're still missing quite a bit of stuff. The stuff that we have currently in
we
the
do.
game isn't all. We're missing a lot of ships still in the destroyer classes and the battleship classes. We're still missing a lot of stuff. So just take that into consideration as well.
Yeah. So, all right, just before we keep talking, I have a bunch of 50% codes, guys. If you want codes, just PM me on Discord and I will get you one. Simple as that. For free. Let me see. If you want to do a video or event, I'm game. Right. Very nice, very nice. Give me Cannibal, PM me on Discord, and I give you a code. Driftwood, how you doing, man? Nice skin. Thank you so much. How about this skin? Dude, I need to buy some more skins, man. I just keep buying skins, but I can't use them. I don't know. It's weird. Where are we? Galaxy on Fire has the best music ever. I can't remember the music, but dude, I played that game so much. I have to agree. Did you play it, Bradric? Did you play it?
What's the name of it again?
Galaxy on Fire 2. Or Galaxy on Fire 1. I think they even have a Galaxy on Fire Wars. I don't know. It's on mobile. It's a single game.
Not one I'm familiar with, but
Okay.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's really nice. Like, of course, it's not Eve Echoes, but it was really good before Eve Echoes. I mean, you could do a lot of cool stuff. I did not like it's a kind of dogfight game, so you fly your ship, like a dogfight, and yeah,
Right.
yeah. Let me see. Okay, it's kind of dumb. BS targeting is so slow, and the carrier takes 1 second. BS can't kill anything if you don't web them with 3. True. Patience is a virtue.
One thing I will
Yep.
One thing I will interject with Battleship pilots, the little piece of information that I like to, impart upon them is most battleship pilots, they're using their battleships for ratting primarily, a large percentage of the time, not necessarily PvP. They PvP less in battleships than they do ratting in battleships on PvE. And so when they're PvEing, doing their ratting, they're going for DPS, obviously to take out the rats. Well, the rats are a lot slower in combat than your PvP, your average PvP pilot. PvP pilots are a lot faster than your rats going to move, right? So
Yeah.
the tracking on the large weapons is slow, but it's great for hitting rats. What you guys have to do is not increase tracking, but increase tank. Lower the DPS, increase the tank. The thing about small ships is they don't have the range you have. They have to get close to you. If your tank is tanky enough, they have to get closer to do substantial damage, which puts them in web and scram range, which gives you an advantage if you can web and scram them to hit them with your slower turrets. So you just have to tank your ship. Guys are rocking too much DPS. I'm seeing 3,400 DPS on some ships, and that's great for getting bigger ticks and when you're ratting, but terrible for protecting yourself, especially if you're nullsec.
Yeah, I agree. And they like, okay, maybe I should move my hold on, maybe I can move my face cam like here, just for a second, because I'm blocking all my fitting. But you can see my fitting now. This is not as tanky because this is just high sec encounters. But all my ships, like when I go in and I make ships, I make them as tanky as I can, and everything like over than that, I put into DPS. That's pretty much how
a lot of them are
everyone ship, like every ship.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've killed enough battleships in roams and just doing merc work and fleets, and I've seen it enough times. And you can tell the guys who fit it right, and you can definitely tell the guys who fit it wrong. I've seen battleships go up in smoke in seconds because they just there's no tank. They don't even feel like. One rule that we always have with battleships or any ship is fill your resistance gaps. Your lowest resistance on your defense on your ship should be rigged 4 and rigged high.
Yeah.
E3. And so you can fill that gap because that's your weakness. And if you run into a bunch of ships, smaller ships that are tackling you, and they're all unlucky for you, they have that resistance that you're weak in, your ship's gonna go up that much faster. So these guys, they need to be rigging defense, not DPS. And I know that sucks for getting ticks, but would you rather make decent ISK ratting, or would you rather lose a bunch of ISK losing your ship because you didn't fit it properly?
That's very true. And I've been fitting ships for many years. Too many years. Like 18 years, I don't know. So like I have a certain way to think when I make my ships. I do have an idea what I want to meet, or it all depends on what kind of PvP I want to do. But I mean, I can see potential in ships and different fits, because I always believe that building a ships differently than what people are accustomed to is always an advantage depending on how you play the game. So yeah, I mean, I think most people, they, for example, buy like an Hyperion here, and they go onto the internet and they search up a build and then they just do it. I don't know. So
and most of those builds are like 3 gyro stabilizers, no tank.
Yeah.
And that's why they're dying, because they see the big numbers on the screen. That's what they're after.
Yeah, if you're gonna build, for example, like the Hyperion here, if you build it like this, you will survive. You will survive a lot. This is like one of these reppers. I'm repping every 8 seconds. I rep almost 2,800 armor with really good armor, and I can have this active. So I mean, I think like in reality like 8 or 9 minutes. And if you look at my DPS, it's like almost 8,000. Yeah, 1,900. Yeah.
That's the thing. That's great. And that's the thing I'm trying to get in on. That's great DPS. Even 1,400.
Oh, hell yeah.
If you're over 1,000, that's fine for ratting, and you're going to make good ticks, and you're going to make ISK, and you're going to survive. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
that's a great build.
Yeah, that is a mean-ass build, and you do need the rigs for it, but it's not integrated rigs, so it's not that expensive. It's just you need some skills, I would assume, but it's a really nice ship, to be honest. But if this is a cheaper version of my Vindicator. The Vindicator tanks a little bit less, but I do almost 4,000 DPS, but I do have a very, very good tank. So, but it's like 6 billion, and this is maybe 3, I don't know, 3, so it's half the price. But it's better versus frigates. What?
The way to mitigate the damage is resistances. Even the bonuses on most of the ships are resistance bonuses. Yeah. And guys will put no resistance, no tank, And they're also their fleet comp is an issue with PvE, and I'm just going to be honest with them, because as I always tell them on Reddit, I'm here for the community. A lot of guys don't fleet at all, which is
Yeah.
weird to me. And they fleet, and if they do, it's a really poor fleet composition. It's usually all the same ship. And a fleet comp, what I mean by that is the way you guys get together, you sit down and you compose a composition for how you want to run your fleet, what damage types you want, what resistance types you want, what bonuses you want to lean into. You should see more fleets ratting with battle cruisers and battleships. Obviously, the battle cruisers are there to protect the battleships. One good thing about ratting is command battle cruisers, because the command bonuses from the command burst actually extend your web and scram range for skirmishes, for skirmish command bursts.
Yeah.
And they also give you up to, like, I've been skilling in command bursts recently. I've got skirmish command burst up to expert 3. I'll be finishing shield command burst here in a couple of days to expert 3, and then I'm working on the last one, which is armor, and I'm getting it to expert 3 as well. And they extend your shield bonuses like 30%. Your skirmish bonuses they increase your speed of the entire fleet, mind you. This is for the entire fleet. This is not just one ship. This is like they extend your speed, your scram range, your web range, your shield bonuses, and then if you're using, like, those command ships can use shield group boosters. So you guys should not be going down nearly as much. And what's happening is they're doing it because they're ratting solo. They're getting tackled, and they're getting just outplayed because they've built their ships wrong with no tank, and then they have no friends. And their friends are kind of responding to them being tackled on the back foot. And I'm sorry, scepters and stuff, they're getting out of there before your friends land. You're going to be blown up, and they're just going to be chasing ships they can't catch. It's better to rat together and build a fleet comp that gives you the ability to survive. You want big ticks, and I know that's why a lot of people rat solo. They rat solo because they want the huge ticks to themselves. But that's useless if you're just spinning on a ship that got blown up.
And also playing with friends, it's a lot more fun. To be it's not easy to be solo player like in Ivekos. All right, let's read some more of this chat. I love that Hyperion skin. Thank you so much, Last Straw. Hyperion, this is my favorite ship in the whole game. That's amazing. That's amazing. I killed a Balgorn in an Arbitrator 3. Okay. I mean, Arbitrator 3 is good, but okay. Yeah. What do you mean?
That's what I mean. Like that Balgorn should have killed that ship.
Yeah.
In all reality, but again, they build it to just DPS. They don't have tank, and so, like, that Balgorn has such good E-War bonuses. There's no way that should have happened, but it does.
It sure does. Let me just pull up my Balgorn here. Also, let me see. Bounce tank Praxis for the dude Praxis, the slowest ship in New Eden. That is so. I really don't like that ship, man.
Praxis.
Yeah, I usually make a joke of it and say it's like the only thing faster than a Praxis is a Glacier, but yeah, all right. Sticky situation. He likes his Praxis. That's fine. I only use tank of battleship for PvP and DPS to encounter if watching a movie. Yeah, well, yeah, you can have a permanent tank, which would be really nice as well. My ball and repair 3,000 each. Dude, let me see my ball. It's not that tanky, so yeah, I got 2,000. It's not that good, but I do drain a lot with it. I do have some nice DPS. I do still think that my Vindicator is better. Since if you get very close, I cannot hit you. But if you're close to my Vindicator, I eat everything. So it's different. 8,000 DPS Apex Striker. Yeah. Maddie, the Apex Striker needs a nerf. I know. That is true. You do some serious hits with that one. Spaded Ace, the tank follows. Oh, Spaded Ace, you're yellow. That's nice. The tank allows you for backup to get on scene too. Yeah, yeah.
It
That
does. Absolutely.
yes. Let me see. Then
And that's
we
the thing. Even if you can't hit them necessarily,
yeah,
they're kiting you at a long range.
true.
Even if you can't hit them, if you're tanked properly, you can
Yeah.
withstand it long enough to have help come.
Did you see, like, this was a long time ago? I'm not sure if you even remember it, but I do remember it. I was stream sniped very early. Like when I started my YouTube, I think like the first stream I did, and I was stream sniped by like 15 or 20 interceptors in my
Oh yeah,
yeah I
I
can't
remember. That was in the chat.
yeah I think it was like in my Raven, and I had 3 reppers on it and 2 cap batteries and a shit ton of resistance. And I was like, I
Tanked
remember,
forever.
yeah, I was like, I sat there and I was like, yeah, this is not gonna go well for them. And I tried to kill them, they warped away and did all that. But eventually, they just left. They couldn't kill me. That was really nice. I can't remember exactly when this was, but I do remember the fight. It was amazing. But
And that's the thing. Even if you get caught, you can tank forever if your tank is proper. The DPS number doesn't matter. It can't hit anything. And so tank is what's really important. And the other
it
thing
really
about
is.
PvP is you don't even need a lot of DPS to kill things. I think people look at that number and think it has to be the highest possible, but I've seen great PvP builds with less than 400 DPS. Like the tank and the
You don't,
speed
yeah,
matters,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
cap matters, other things matter, and most people just look at DPS as the first number you see on the screen. Kind of when you go to fitting, they just kind of get stuck there.
The scary part and the thing that people need to know, if you're building only DPS, you're kind of biting yourself in the toe, because if you're not building full DPS, you're otherwise building full tank and no cap. So most of the time you're gonna meet either someone else with full DPS or someone with full tank for 2 minutes. So you're not gonna kill them, and you don't have tank enough to kill to survive their like 800 DPS, and you can't kill them because they can just rep you. So that's yeah. I mean, the most important thing is actually capacitor, speed, and tank. The DPS. I mean, in EVE Online, it was very common to fly around in an arbitrator or any other drone ship with newt bonuses. So you could take on any ship and just newt them to nothing, and just wait until they die. And it's the same here.
Yep.
The difference here is maybe that like many people are not having friends all around. So if you're alone, you're always alone. But if you have friends, if you have friends and you're in an Abaddon, you can pretty much just build tank, and you're always safe because you can just PM friends and they can just log on and just help you, because you can just tank. So yeah, tank is really important.
Yeah, I would love to see more battleships with a lot more tank, because I've seen them just get shredded, and not even by a lot of ships. They're not always like, a lot of them will say, "Oh, I got jumped by 20 guys," and I've seen some of these fights, and I've seen guys solo battleships, and it's just because they didn't fit tank. They really didn't.
Bradric, you should say, I've seen your fights, Sheev, and you're tanking.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right. Let me see. William, I like my prophecy, 1000 DPS hot. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're talking about. It's a really nice ship for clearing. I would say 8 million stories, right? 12 million stories.
Prophecies are really good riding ships because of drones, and they tank really well. They have a 4% resistance bonus built in. So if you lean into that resistance bonus with the prophecy, several good battlecruiser riding ships, really good battleship riding battleship. The purpose of battleships, though, is what we probably want to discuss. So battleship pilots understand why. Okay, why am I a battleship pilot? It's not just because you want to get bigger ticks. Ticks are nice. Bounty ticks are nice. You get the ISK, but you're there to deal damage and to tank. And so you should be a middle ground, a balance there. You're not one or the other. At least not with, if you're not in a fleet, especially. Also, battleships should never be too far away from friends. They just shouldn't. You can't go anywhere fast. Everyone can run you down.
Very true. Very true. Let me see.
That's funny.
Liberty Gear. Just a second. Liberty Gear. He posts a kill mail here. Oh, a loss mail. All right. He lost against the Vindicator, which is okay. Survived long enough to kill the Dictator. Oh, that's nice. All right. Yeah. I did not actually look at John Fiasco. Welcome to the Space Huggers, man. Let me just... Oh, where did that go? Where did that go? Let me see. Let's see what kind of tank he has. That's interesting. You didn't go for armor on the Brutix? Interesting. That's also something you can do when you do PvP. You can actually trick them into think that your armor repaired because you have bonuses for that, and you can go and you can have shield repairing instead. But that only helps if you know that, like, what kind of people you're facing. If you're facing like a Mars ships, then yeah, sure, armor would be better than shield generally. But that is really hard to know what you're gonna meet, right? Not enough power grid. All right, I got it.
Yeah, that's where my playstyle comes in. Co-op ships, I kind of see the enemy before, we run into them with the fleet, and I let them know, hey, it's 6 prophecies, what they got on the field. Hey, they brought shields mostly, or they armor tank. Yeah. It's 30 fleet, their armor tank. And so when the FC gets that information, he's making adjustments.
All right. So Liberty, he's saying that my Vindy is cheaper than his. I'm pretty sure it is, actually. I can really upgrade my Vindicator. All right, okay. My prophecy could spank your Myrmidon. Abaddon is really strong. It is really, really tanky, but can't hit anything smaller than a battleship. Yeah, pretty true. Yeah, that's true. William can out-rep my armor. Alright. Hey, Frostmorn, how are you doing? Are you still here? I've seen an 18 billion Vindicator kill yesterday with the B-types. Oh, yeah. That's sexy, man.
Brutal.
Yeah. It can mute me at 38k. What can mute? Let me see.
No, he's saying the Balgorn couldn't reach him with the newts or the webs.
Yeah. It can't. Yeah, that's true. The Arbitrator 3 is running Ascension Core and long points. Okay, question mark. Dark Halo, I think. Praxis is for show and it's a collectible. Yeah, I do have one. It kind of looks okay, but yeah. Dude, I tanked 30 ships in full tank Abaddon and then left after 4 minutes and couldn't go through 10% of the armor. Sadly, no more extenders fit. Oh, that's nice, Cannibal. So when I say...
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Cannibal and me, we are tanking. We are real tanks, man. But okay. Where are we? Praxis is like 20,000 IP to ensure. Yeah, don't fly it. My phone battery is at 10%. Spent over 5 billion to get what is that? WD tank? Shit. What is that?
I think he meant Predator Web, around 39 kilometer Predator Web.
Ah, alright. Okay. Nice range from Ascension. Yeah, the Ascension core is actually pretty good. It's just very ugly. So, someone asked me that earlier today. He said, "What's wrong with the Ascension core? It's really good." It's like, yeah, I'm sorry. It looks bad.
It looks terrible.
Yeah, it looks terrible, but it's pretty good. Yeah, it is actually. Arbitrator has tracking disruptor bonuses. Yeah, my Brutix stats. Let me see. Talos is the best looking battlecruiser along with Hurricane. I would give Talos and the Hurricane a solid S tier. Oh, dude, we should do a tier system like the. Well, I did, in a way, make a like nicest ships in Eve Echoes, but yeah, I think Talos is really nice. I think it looks good.
Talos is one of my favorite ratting ships.
Yeah.
And I don't rat much, but when I do, it's a Talos.
Yeah, Shield Brutix. Yeah. At least they mention it in the patch balance. Okay. Warp Disruptors, VDA, of course. I'm just being stupid, man. Sorry. Ascension is terrible in look. Yeah, Kumar, you know about my skin competition. You've been there a couple of times. As soon as someone bring that, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Tornado is my favorite battlecruiser. Yeah, Tornado is cool. I like the sniping part. The long range sniping part. Alright, so before we continue, I will open my YouTube right now. And let's see who have what? Okay. Okay, never mind. Let me see. Here we got the comments. Dude, So there's actually just, what is it? 4 people who can win today. About my giveaway, guys. So I have everything on the phone, and right now I'm streaming from the phone, so I cannot actually read it. But let me explain it first. Let me see how I do that. I can go here. My community tab, something went wrong. Okay, weird. All right, so the summer is here, guys, right? And last winter I had a giveaway. I was a Santa Sheev, and now it's the summer, so I will give away ships these coming 6 weeks. Probably 1 ship every day. We see, it all depends, and I will give it to random people who comment on any of my videos. All right, you have to be subscribed, because that is what I kind of need from you, and you can win as many times as you can. So pretty much, if you put a comment every day, you have a chance every day to maybe win a ship, but you have to do it on a video. And so many people have commented on this post that I did on my community tab, and just a few have actually posted on videos. So I will wait a little bit longer and see if there is any more people doing any comments, because right now we only have 4 people. So yeah, so if you want to win something, it can be anything from faction frigates to striker battleships, and I will start small. So I will probably give a faction frig today, something similar tomorrow, and so on and so on, and I will go higher, and now and then on a stream I will or might just give out a striker instead. So that is pretty much how it is. But yeah, we got 4 people so far, so I'll wait a little bit longer, and then we do the first giveaway of this giveaway. Does that make sense? Summer Christmas. Yeah, summer Christmas. Okay, so is there anyone else who want a 50% code? Let me also open this one here, Bradric. 1 second. You don't need a 50%
Um,
code, Bradric, do you?
no, man, no. You already gave me one from the last stream.
All right. Okay. There. All right. So let's talk a little bit about state of the game. What do we feel? Should I go first? What do we feel about the game?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So
Maybe we can find Gika here shortly.
yeah, hopefully he will ping me and he will be here. We'll see. So I've been here since the start, and it's been a lot of ups and downs, and it's been a lot of downs. And I feel like, 1.5 year was pretty low. Not much happened that we wanted. Everyone knows about the capital ships and all this stuff and all these problems we had, all these I shouldn't say paywalls, but all these loot boxes and just stuff for the company to get money, pretty much. And I was really hoping for the industry patch to be really good. It turned out not to be that good, but also it wasn't that bad. And after this, I think I do feel that they have started to listen a little bit. They are actually constantly putting out these questions that they give answers to. They seem to work kind of the way we want it to go. And this event that we have now, I think it's pretty good. I mean, you can literally buy Plex at half the price. This makes the prices of Plex right now go down, which helps people. It also helps people who want to spend money into the game to actually get some game time for half the price, which I feel is really nice. And you also get some money back, but you need to buy it with the coupon codes, otherwise it's not that good. So I have a lot more fun today than I had like half a year ago. It was a little bit more what do you say, like sad. I was very unsure where this were going. I started thinking about like having another career in the game, which I really didn't want to do, but I felt I had to do it because I was getting bored. And now it's more like, it's like maybe it's because I tried Diablo Immortal. Maybe it is because I tried it and I felt like, that didn't work. I mean, it's a good game, don't get me wrong. It's a nice game. I will play it now and then. I will make some small videos of it, but it's not a game where I feel like, I'm gonna put time into it like I did with Diablo 2 or anything like Path of Exile. It's I mean, that's a computer game, so it's not even the same thing, but still it's not even as good as the mobile game Raziel that came out. That I think it's actually not I think they took that down. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's a small game. Diablo is a small game, and then you get back a little bit more into Eve-Echoes, and I feel like Eve-Echoes is so much better. And maybe it is. Yeah. Maybe it is because I got that. I had to go away a little bit. I never really left, but maybe it is that. Maybe it is that. So that's what I feel. I have hopes for the game. I really think this can be good, and I will wait until it's good. That's what I feel.
You took a tactical hiatus. That's what I call it.
Yeah. Oh shit! I just read something here, so I was a little bit off. I didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
No, I said you took a tactical hiatus. That's what I call it. When you play Eve and you play for a long period of time, you gotta take breaks. That is true. Also, I just have to say, Mackie Don 876 on Discord. The giveaway, like
you PM me on Discord. Do you want 50% code? Is that what you want? Then I can give it. If you're here for the giveaway, like a ship and something from the YouTube channel, you have to go to the YouTube channel and type something there. All right, yeah, sorry, you're up.
But yeah, the I think year one was us learning the game. A lot of how do I say, growing pains. Mobile players who haven't played any Eve games before in the Eve universe were learning and are still learning how Eve works. And NetEase doesn't do a really good job of explaining that. They just kind of they made the game, they threw it out there, they started monetizing. Eve is different from other mobile games, so you have to. NetEase needs to do a better job of explaining to new players as they come in, hey, this is what this is, and so they understand it. But the community kind of picked up the slack on that, and players helping players started explaining to people, hey, this is what this is how this works, this is what you should do, this is what you should avoid. So we had a good thing there. The anniversary event was great. I think overall most players kind of liked how the anniversary event went. I think where a lot of this thing comes in is when the capital ships came out, because a lot of players, myself included, were expecting a balance patch at that point. And so we had that kind of a lull while we tried to figure out what to do with these capitals. And then the balance patch 6 months later finally came out, and it was 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. And with the game, I guess the state of the game right now is people are just trying to figure out what's next. There's a lot of rich players, there's a lot of poor players, there's players who still don't understand how things go. They're not getting what they want out of their ships and out of the gameplay. NetEase just kind of needs to I know they want to make money, but they kind of need to get a monetization a break right now and just focus on player retention. Hey, how do we get these guys to play the game and want to be involved? How are we helping them? Because you can monetize all you want, but if no one's here, you're not going to make any money. So I think they need to focus on that going into year two, which we're closing in on. We're getting ready to close in on the anniversary, not a couple months from now.
Yeah.
So they need to be focused on that. Some solutions to the issue that, and I've seen the community, the players actually doing it, is just playing together, making events, creating content. The content creators are doing a great job. Guys who aren't official content creators per NetEase are doing a great job. Yourself, you make content constantly for this game, and they don't consider you a official content creator. Same thing with others, and they're doing a phenomenal job making videos and creating content in game. Shout out to all our FCs for all the battles that I've been able to personally participate in that were fun, that were great. That's awesome. But NetEase needs to do their part. They need to really take a step back and look at insurance and see whether that's actually helping us or not, because it's hurting industry in such a bad way. I think they need to going into year two, they need to look at scarcity. They need to look at scarcity as an option, as an event. Hey, we're going to create some scarcity for items. We're going to give players a reason to go to NOSA. We're going to give players a reason to play the game and play together. They need to start looking at that as well.
Very true. I think I made a poll on my community page, which were very interesting. Let me open that up again, actually, because I asked you guys what we should change within the game. And let me just open it here. And I asked you here, what issue would you want to change within Eve Echoes? If you could only pick one of these alternatives and be smart about it, like remove insurance, remove the tech level, or remove all the money bags, all the monetization. And it's actually 30%, 38%, and 31%. The remove insurance would ensure that the long-term players, marketeers, and industrialists would like this game a lot better. Now, remove tech level would get us more players in the game. Pretty much. And remove all the money bags is pretty much, you understand what it is. So it's interesting that pretty much 30% like everything. So it's, yeah, I hear you. I think they need to discuss and change the tech levels now in the future. Also something with insurance. If they do that, then more people will come to the game right away. I think they would come like the day after, to be honest. So yeah, let me see a question. Spade days.
They keep focusing on adding capital ships or adding bigger ships or just kind of adding more content. When I don't know the way to word that. If they want to add content, make it to where, for instance, Barista's null space is being gate capped when you fly through there, because it's not space that you can actually have Saab in. It belongs to the Barista's pirates, and when you go through there, they're gate camping or they're doing all kinds of stuff, but you get more stuff from them. Their ticks are higher or change, like they do the event with the taxes where Amar is higher. Make it Dixie next time. Benzi's mentioned that several times. They keep going to Amar, make it somewhere else. Give us a reason to move around. Give us stuff going on in certain areas of space. Give us more low set content. We talked about gas and ice harvesting and mining in the game being added. Give people more reasons to play, just more reasons to do so. We don't necessarily need an abundance of bigger ships. We don't need more eye candy. We need stuff to do, reasons to log in.
Yeah, we have enough eye candy here right now, so I totally agree. So okay, Spaded Ace is asking me, are you joining New Eden FM tomorrow? I probably will be there and listen. I'm not sure if I'm in it. Am I? Is there a rumor that I'm gonna be on it? I'm not sure. But I'm gonna listen to it at least. I'm gonna be in the lobby. Where do I need to comment on your community post? So okay, let me read a few here first. State of the game. Oh man, I really wish we had more content for cruises and below. What do you mean?
Yeah,
what do you
I know
mean?
exactly what he means.
Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, unfortunately it's netties, but actually it's not bad compared to Diablo Immortal monetization. Yeah, I heard that someone actually got a 5-star now. He only paid like 15,000 or something, so.
There's a guy that there's a rumor that he spent $100,000 on that game already.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean it's fair. I hope he's done. I mean, imagine putting 100,000 into Eve Echoes. How much Plex does that give you?
I have no idea. That's a lot.
Dude, what could you do? But alright, okay. Blizzard is way too greedy. Frosty, no. Well, I'm not sure Blizzard is way too greedy. I think they just misunderstand the monetization on mobiles. To be honest, I think they just like, well, how much can we take? And NetEase be like, well, you can take whatever. We got games that, have this amount of monetization, and we have something that works here, and Blizzard be like, how about we have everything? I don't know. How about it? I don't know. But yeah, okay. So yeah.
I don't know what he spent that money on, man, but it's all insane what he spent the money on. I think like Diablo Immortal, I don't know what he bought, but he spent a lot of money, like a lot on Diablo Immortal week 1.
Like, what can you buy? I mean, really, I've been looking at the store, and
I don't know.
It's like, what? I don't get it.
What are you doing?
That guys have to be rich. Like, if you have a quadrillion money in your wallet, then sure, I get it. But I doubt it. Like, Elon Musk would probably buy everything. But yeah, that's not a game for a normal person. So Edrentin 1, you do the same in EVE Online, take time off. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I started playing 2 days ago. You started playing EVE Online, okay. Let me see. So yeah, to be a part of this giveaway that I'm going to... Pretty much I'm giving away ships. Or a ship every day, if I can. From today all the way until 6 weeks. So it's a lot of ships. And every day you can comment on any of my videos. I would prefer if you watch them. And being subscribed. Then I will just every day check like who have commented on any of my videos, and I will just give away ship. That's what I'm doing. So you have to do it on a video, not on like a post, or you have to do it on a video. I would prefer you put a like, but you don't have to. Let me see. Frost, it does not actually matter if you want to. Okay. Let me see. You guys are typing so much. I can't read.
I'm keeping up with it as we go.
Yeah, you're reading, right? It's like like when I have a talk session, I just miss so much. It doesn't change the fact it is heavily monetized. Yes, it is. Oh yeah, Spaded Ace is talking to you there. Maybe you could read that.
Yeah, he's wanting to know, well, my perspective on that, and Sheev, you can chime in when you're ready. Going back to like the year one for learning, like a lot of, so I played Dust 514 before I played Eve Echoes, and before I even tried to play Eve, I started in Dust. So when I say like the Eve universe as a whole, right? I have experience with the culture of Eve from years prior. So I came into Eve Echoes expecting strife and scarcity and hardcore gameplay coming into it. I went straight to no, but I understood it. Whereas a lot of newer players new to this kind of genre, they came, most of those players are mobile game players. So if you've been playing mobile games prior to Eve Echoes, you're used to instant gratification. You're used to giveaways. You're used to you just swipe your card and it makes everything easy and you get what you want. Whereas Eve Echoes, kind of not. Just Eve in general has always been about hardcore gameplay. If you played Dust back in the day, you just know how hardcore that game was. It was unforgiving for the most part. There was no monetization back then. You couldn't buy your way out of anything. You had to fight your way out of everything. And so when you come from that background of gameplay and you come to Eve Echoes, you kind of, the strife and the losses doesn't bother us. We're used to them. We came into the game prepared for that, where a lot of mobile players did not. They came in and they bought what they wanted and they took their ship to low sec or wherever they wanted and they got shot. That's a culture shock for them.
Yeah.
That's a huge culture shock when you have hardcore players who understand ganking in low sec, who understand combat in low sec, who understand how to gate camp. And you have those players who understand loss, and then you mesh them with mobile players who don't understand that culture. It's a culture shock.
Yeah.
And so that first year, a lot of players were learning. Like if you think about how things were released, when Interdiction was released, we lost players because they didn't understand that was always supposed to be there. They thought, oh, well, you added this so I can't go to no second mine. It's like, no, that's part of the game. Interdiction's always been part of the game. It's just a matter of when NetEase released it. Same thing with scanning. Scanning's always been part of Eve. In Dust, we also had scanners. We had handheld scanners for the ground troops, and we scanned the field to scan for enemy, and we fought like that. So it's always been a part of the game. And in Eve Online, scanning is a part of the game. So a lot of those players, they get shot by a lot of these things as they get released, whereas the hardcore players who are used to the Eve universe know that this is just part of the game. Strife is part of the game. Wars are part of the game. Corporations and alliances rise and fall. It's all part of the game. And so I try to get players to not quit the game, but it's very hard because they are coming from a easier background with less strife in other mobile titles where it's very much more forgiving, if that makes sense.
It does. It does. You nailed it. Yeah. Well, I hope that explains it. But yeah. All right. Someone is asking, of course, where is Geek at? Well, we are warrior and annoying. Oh, can I answer that? I like, I like how calculated your research is. Yeah, he's really good at it. So how, like, why do people call you keyboard warriors or warrior?
What they're looking for to a degree. I know what they expect from me, and so it's made me a good player, I guess.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, and I never had him on my podcast either. So if someone could poke him once again, that would be nice. Uh,
I'm
but
asked.
yeah. All right. Okay, so Axel says he spent too much on Eve. So we want to know, how much did you spend? Of course. I've yeeted tons of Sinnas and Hurricanes worth 1 or 2 billion left and right searching for the fun fight. That is what you need to do. And I have spent a lot of hours not finding anything, so... Like, what is worse? I don't know. Just 514 was a good concept. Yeah, it was. It was too bad that it got cancelled. And it's interesting that you actually played it, Bradric, because I never got to play it because I was way too much into EVE Online. But yeah, how, like, can you talk about Dust a little bit? Like, how was it? Was it really good?
It was ahead of its time, I think. Um, I started out playing Battlefield 3, and one of my buddies that I was serving in the armed forces with, we were on the range one day, and he told me about Dust. And so I didn't even know it was a game. I went home, got on my PS3 at the time, and downloaded it, started playing, and it was my experience going into Dust was the same as some of these guys' experience coming into Eve Echoes. I was getting trashed. I had no idea. I've never played a game so hardcore with so much fitting and thinking and trying to figure out how to play and what to do and armor and shield and hull and it was a lot at once, but I got used to it. I found a group and a corporation and we played together. but it was a phenomenal shooter. It was just different. It was longer time to kill. You had to think. You had to use teamwork. Before long, I played it for like 4 years, and before long, I had become a FC myself in Dust and was leading a corporation in the planetary conquest battles, 16v16. We had some good times. I fought just about everybody in that game, and there were three or four different types of modes. You can play what we call pub matches, where you just kind of log on and go in. It's just like faction war games for the most part, except we were ground troops. You could use what they had: basic gear, advanced gear, and then prototype gear. So those were like three different classes of weapon strength, I guess, for the most part. Obviously, prototype was better than advanced, and so on and so forth. But the thing about it was that was different from every other FPS is there was no vanilla concept. The vanilla concept is when you play FPS and you just spawn again. There's no consequences. That stuff comes out of thin air. In Dust, well, it was part of the Eve universe. So we
Yeah.
had ISK. We had to pay for our weapons. We had to pay for our drop suits. We had to pay for our tanks, our drop ships, our LAVs. There was like a three-man LAV vehicle, like with a gun turret on the back, and you carried a driver and a passenger. There
Yeah.
were tanks that were three-man. They had two turrets on them and a main gun. It was just a bunch of different vehicles. It was vehicle gameplay and ground troop gameplay, and then every drop suit, every weapon, every mod, everything that you fit on your drop suit, you had to pay for. So you could go broke in Dust really quickly. Um, Prototype
Interesting.
gear was super expensive. Yeah, it was a very interesting game. Like there was consequences to not being tactical. You couldn't just YOLO. I mean, you could, but it wouldn't do well for your wallet.
Yeah, as I say, interesting. I wish I played it, man.
It's the good news is, and I don't know how good of news this is. CCP is actually looking back into making an FPS type game like that here in the future. They're actually working on
All
that. So my
right.
fingers are crossed that they jump into that.
That is interesting, actually. If that happens, like, I heard that Benzi is doing, like, they're doing an FPS game, and Benzi is on the train for that. So if you're interested, of course, support him. Uh, but I felt like when I saw it, I felt like, it's not my style. It's not my type of game. But maybe that is it. Maybe that's it then.
We're praying they for lack of better words, they just have the balls to go back to Dust because we
Yeah,
feel like they should have never left. We've been badgering them for 7 years, and we have not relented.
true, true. All right, Death Time. Welcome, my man. This took time to say hi to you, but yeah. Um, Risk is more rewarding. I definitely. Let me see. Did we miss anything? You guys putting your kids to bed when when me as a kid myself, and waking up 1 a.m. All right, 15 years of age. All right, that's 6.5 trillion ISK. Is that it? It's not that much. It has to be more. It has to be more side on. All right, okay, maybe I'm wrong. I wish it was bedtime for the kiddos, says Better Days. Sheev, speaking of PvP, let's go out and give them a show right here, right now. Yeah. Well, yeah. You know how it is? Like, the only way you can go is like go Tama. If you want to fight now. Otherwise, like when I record PvP, which I haven't done in a long time. Well, I did actually record a few days ago. But I was 3 days in Nullsec. And I got 2 recordings. That's how slow it is. So, yeah. Let me see. YouTubers are not endorsed. Be Eve or Netis Vetimu Numi. Okay. Eve Valkyrie was good too. Was it good? I never played it. Actually, I never played it.
It was good for the fighter game that it was.
All
But
right.
again, CCP's baby was Eve Online, so they didn't really put like even Dust had like one developer, one or like 3 developers actually working on it full time.
Oh man.
They didn't really put a lot of. Yeah, they didn't put a lot of. We waited. Like you guys think balancing Eve Echoes is bad? This was horrible.
I can agree. Yeah.
I waited like a year for one gun to be fixed.
Oh my god. All right. Well, you know, it's all a perspective, man. So.
Yep.
A pen has more power than the sword. Yeah. Okay. Inspiring Bradric, sir. Yeah, you're inspiring people. I hope you understand that, because like when I read your stuff, it's good stuff, man. And as I say, as soon as you start getting people around you, like who care for you or think you're interesting, you always get these other people. And I'm pretty sure it's the same way while writing posts or blogs and stuff. You know, you always get these people that, you know, don't agree and has to like scream it.
Yeah, the trolls are bad, but I'm worse. so I know to deal with it.
Fight fire with napalm. Okay, that's cool.
Exactly.
Let me see. The music is always off. I play on my playlist. How can I change that? I want more action. Are you talking about the game? Vexor modified looks amazing. I got the NATO 3 out with a Sheev once and went into PvP and got chased down by a phantasm. I remember that one actually. Fill it with B types. Okay, Kumar, you go to sleep, man. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, I think that was it. I'm on track in the chat, which is amazing. Okay, so I will now check if there's anyone else who have 2 more. Okay, so we got 5 people here. Okay, it's Daniel Hall. He won today. So tomorrow we see who wins. That's pretty much how I'm gonna do it, and I'm not gonna stream every day. I will just do it probably around this time tomorrow and every day. So either you get a ping from me, and or you don't. That's pretty much. Man, I'm bad at this, but all right, okay. Some free ships at least. Anyone else who wants a 50% coupon? Tell me. If you want a second one, tell me. Here. Where is Gica, man? Oh, we got someone here. Quantum Warrior. My Angel Cartel video. I'll check that later, alright? I'm GRI on YouTube. I was actually entering for the discount code to see. Yeah, okay, you want a discount code? You get one. There you go, my man. Honestly, I thought another player might deserve it more than me. Well, you know what? I have enough. I'm getting my discount codes from GicaForta. He just keeps sending me like, yeah. I'll take a second code if that is not too rude. It's very rude, but you're getting one. Man, if there is a coupon code like leftover, I will use it myself. I'd like a code, please. Yes, of course, my man. And yeah, tell me if any code is a problem. You know, we had that last stream. I gave people 50% codes, and there were 30% codes. You know, that's not nice. But yeah, I just say, you know, it's netties. I can't. So I have to give them a new code. So tell me if it's not a 50% code, just tell me. But all right. Quick blitz track. He's caught up. What?
He said, quick blitz the chat.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, it took a while for you to catch up to everything, trying to read it all.
Yeah, man. You know, I don't usually have this action in the chat. I mean, we are 14 people, so maybe half this, and I don't talk so much, and I don't have to think about everything else. But yeah, where's Maddie when you need him? Yeah. Dude, have you done the faction war game? The new one?
Me?
Yeah.
I haven't done the I guess it's a DR mode, like
Yeah.
reflections, right?
Yeah.
I haven't done that one. I always play the normal one, but I haven't done much of the other one. I'm just not in the
Yeah.
capital ships.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I did
I
it
like I
last
like
time.
going fast.
It didn't go well. And then I did it like off cam and it went well. So I just forgot how to play it, you know, you have to pick the right ship and stuff like that. Sticky situations, you're getting popular, Sheev. Yeah, well, I'm very happy for that.
Did they make it like the DIR reflections of the
Yeah,
last time they released it? Is it the
yeah.
same?
Yeah, pretty much the same, but you get the glitch skin. So yeah,
Okay. I
it's
was
the
hoping
same.
because they had some balance issues before. I didn't know if they changed it or not.
They maybe changed some parts of it, but I like what I think is interesting is they have all these DIRs and or DIRs, which is supposed to be a test thing. You know, they test it before they implement it into the game, and we've had a couple of those, and we still don't have it in the game. You know, so
Yeah.
I can't use now. I'm broke, no job, no money, just Plex problem. Cannibal, you're a pirate. You ain't you supposed to have a lot of ISK?
That's a misconception, sir.
Yeah, I know. That's why it was funny. But yeah. Yeah, all right.
Piracy is not lucrative in Eve.
No, it's not. It's not. Thank you, good sir. Thank you so much, Mackie. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, so let me see what Giga said last time. He said, okay, nothing more. Yeah, so I'm not sure.
Now,
Oh,
it could be lucrative if you want to go down that rabbit hole.
I'm sorry, what? I laughed at
The
something else,
piracy.
sorry. The piracy.
Yeah, piracy.
Yeah.
Piracy could be lucrative, but NetEase needs to make some adjustments.
Let's talk about it, cause I was a pirate on EVE Online. Let's put our heads together and make piracy good on EVE Echoes. Let's have that discussion. So,
for starters, like, and the chat can chime in whenever they're ready. Categorizing piracy, right? What do you actually do in piracy? There's gate camping, right?
Yep.
There's ganking in low sec, tackling battleships, tackling big ratting ships, tackling mining barges, and then there's loot thieving. But that's about as far as it goes. One of the things that I would like to see added is the ability to use hacking to hack all boxes throughout the game, not just the relic and data site boxes, but like in mission boxes, stuff like that. Be able to fly in and hack mission boxes to be able to steal loot.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the hacking skill currently, you spend a lot of SP on hacking skill to do one thing.
Well, yeah. I see no issue with it. I think that would be a good thing. I just have
it would just add more.
Okay, so I just got caught up in the thoughts about piracy. Like when I was a pirate, we claimed like low sec, even though you can't. You know, we held the entrances to like from Amar to Yida, the low sec way. We shot people. We perma-tanked the gates. We pretty much owned low sec. And I would like that in this game. I'm sorry. I think free to play and casual players should be able to do a lot more in high sec than they can today, of course. And it should be dangerous to go into low sec, and it should be dangerous to take your PvE ship through low sec to the farming islands. You know. I think it should be dangerous. Like if you have ships up in Solitude or on any of those islands, it should be a problem getting them from there, you know? I really would like that. But one thing I also did when I was a pirate, I made corporations left and right. One of my corporations were we weren't a scamming corporation, but we tricked people into thinking that we were faction hunters. So what we did was we warped into nullsec, whatever nullsec we wanted to go to, and we warped in there. And then when people started hunting us, we just we contacted them and we said, well, if we can hunt here, we just hunt the faction and the officer spawns. If we can hunt here, we will give you a percentage, so like 8% of all our loot if you just leave us be. And that's what we did, and we got a shit ton of money because they let us do it, and we just kept, we were free, and then we can move to another place. So that was our, idea of piracy. I mean, we stole their stuff in nullsec. So I mean, there's so many ways to be a pirate, and but I'm not. I mean, that is obviously not a thing you can do on Eve Echoes because we don't have the faction spawns. But I think it's all up to people to think about, like it's the imagination, like what can you come up with?
I like to see in space connected completely. Currently, if you go into one end of it in space, you can't go into the other end of it where the other players enter on that end. I like to see that change where you can.
Yeah.
Because in space is like Eve Echoes is wormhole space currently. And I like to see that separation go away. I like to, because the way it is currently, if you go on one side, the other guys go on the other side, you can kind of meet in the middle, but you can't go into the side they came into, right? I like to see people be able to travel through in space to get to other parts of the universe.
That would be amazing. That would be really good. I'm all for that. Dude, it would be so dangerous to go in there.
Yeah, that's the idea. Like right now, to be honest with you, right now in space, pirates don't even go because there's not a great chance of them being able to get stuff. It's actually a place I hang out in a lot, exploring and stuff is in space and taking ships in and doing in space content because you would think there'd be a lot of pirates, but there really isn't. But I mean, if you connected them that way and they can travel from into an in space and they can be connected to another in space via, warp portals, that would be great. Because they can just warp around in space and come out on some random end and bam, there they are, 30 deep, and you're in space. It's time to go.
Like I usually sit and play with my mind about like how the game could be, and this is a really good idea. This is a really good idea.
It would be dangerous because you could go into one in low sec and come out in no sec.
Yeah, it's pretty much like wormholes. Like you don't know what's on the other side, and you don't know if the wormhole is going to collapse when you jump through, and if you get stuck. And and you don't have a local, so it's totally quiet. No one talks. Yeah, man.
That's the fun part about it.
Oh man. Yeah, and in Eve Echoes we would have had like Stradios and Asteros, stealth bombers, but in Eve Online you have all these Tech 3 ships. You have this covered ops battleships that's cloaked. Man, what an exciting game!
I'm in the Stradios, and I'm putting kill mails all over it.
Yeah. Axel Gaming, hey, what's up, my man? Let me just read some more chats before we keep talking. I think the major problem about piracy is that the major value in ships are their hull, and you can't steal that. Well, you can actually steal that, Liberty. Lord Cobra have stolen a few. Imagine hacking the boxes, a fleet of drones come out to blow you up. Yeah. Sidon, how?
That should be like that.
Yeah, it should be like that. Are you sure about that? Liberty Gear, yeah, lol, lol, lol. Imagine being able to hack ships with less than 10% cap to steal them. Yeah.
That's the thing. Your hacking skills would matter then. If you've got low hacking skills and you try to hack a box, maybe it blows up on you. Maybe drones come out and you got to fight the drones. If you got high hacking skills, you successfully hack it. You get loot, and then you got to worry about other players in the game coming to steal your loot. It gives you the shakes.
Oh yeah.
It gives you a reason to take your time and pay attention.
Yeah. Sticky situation. Cannibal have another skill that increase your chance to detect if a box is trap or not. You could, yeah. I mean, this could be expanded so much, and I don't think it's really hard to make it. Really. All right. Liberty, Sidon, yeah, I mean, you can shoot down a Vindy, but I'm pretty sure 70% of the kill mail is just a haul. I'm not sure if the prices are... I mean, the prices is what it is.
RNG.
Yeah.
The loot RNG with PvP is an issue, and a lot of the ISK that is the kill mail number is the haul. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, I've killed 120 million Condor Interceptor and got 500,000 in loot because the bulk of that price is the whole.
Yeah. One thing that I thought about is in EVE Online you do have it's pretty bad, but it's still like you can put a bounty on people, and depending on how expensive ship you're flying, 10% of that ship in ISK is going to your wallet if you kill someone. That is I mean, that would be amazing, but I think that in EVE Online they don't have they haven't made it good enough. Like in EVE Online you could actually put your bounty on yourself, which I of course did because that was badass to have wanted on your name. But some people just put money in their characters and just have them docked, just to be like the most expensive guy. And that whole idea is good, but I don't think how they executed it is good. They should have it like if you kill someone, then depending on how much you blow up, that should be on a bounty on you automatically or something. I don't know.
Apparently that holds this space for like 10 minutes. The cool timer is like 10 minutes and then you're good. It should be indefinitely until that bounty is either captured or you pay it.
I think so. That guy has a free hit on you or something.
Yeah, you should just be wanted.
Yeah, for that guy, I think. And depending on how many people you kill, you have 10 people after you. And your bounty is just going up because you like the money can't be self-generated. So if you kill like a ship with that costs like $1 billion, let's say 10%, like let's say you get 100 million on a bounty on you, then that 100 million is supposed to be deleted from the game as well, so it doesn't make problems. But yeah, right. I mean, I would love that. I mean, we would see people going around in 500-600 million or $1 billion in wanted, and they really cannot keep track of who has a free kill, so they can actually be killed in high sec by that guy. I think that would be so fucking cool.
There should be levels as well. Like if you get let's say you get a level 1 bounty that's nothing, Concord ignores it. So you get a level 2 bounty, they start looking like they're pursuing you when you come into low sec. You get a level 3 bounty, level 4 bounty, level 5 bounty, Concord actively hunts you when you come into low sec, and that's it.
Yeah, kind of like a reputation. Or yeah,
it forces you to stay in low sec at a certain point, which makes getting resources from Jita, for instance, very difficult for somebody who has a level 3, level 4, level 5 bounty.
Yeah, and that would mean that hauling would be better because people actually would need haulers. It's like they have... That would be so much better than EVE Online has it, because EVE Online is like when you shoot someone, you get a negative security status. And when you go below 2.9, like minus 2.9, you cannot be in high sec anymore. Like if we here had like if you have $1 billion ISK in wanted, then you cannot be in like 110 space. And then
Right.
like 1.5 billion, you cannot be in 102, and so on and so on. And eventually, you have been bad enough so that you cannot go into high sec at all. I would really like that. And as soon as someone claims that kill, you lose all that money, you can be back out. But you have lost your, give me the name, your soul. You're not longer the cool guy. You lost it. I don't know. And people would be hunting them. So yeah. And people would do, they would set up traps. Like, I'm in a crap ship, just kill me and I can kill you later. You know? Yeah. That would be cool.
We'd have to have some point of perks for being wanted as well. Like you can get tax discounts in nullsec if you buy NPCs in nullsec in pirate space.
Man.
It's all kind of ideas that they can actually implement. It's just, it takes the developers wanting to try to be creative and not just kind of, right now they kind of got Eve Echoes on what we call rails. It's just, you do this.
Yeah, definitely. That is true. But like if that would have been a reality in the future, I'm probably gonna go pirate. Dude.
Yeah.
And
I'll go back to fantasy.
Yeah. And going online, you know, like start streaming and people know that like, okay, he has like 5 billion on his head. Like, where is he? Stream sniping me and stuff. That would be so fucking fun. Man, that would be fun.
Yeah, the best thing that happened for my age was I went to cyberspace and started being part of cyber because I was a full-blown minor pirate at the beginning of the game.
Yeah. Let me see. I love wormholes in Eve Echoes. I would go weeks without seeing Empire space. Yeah. Or ships in low hull, you hack it and remove the modules and call it robbery. Dude, I don't think that's ever gonna happen, but okay.
No. That would be so cool though.
That would be actually, or like if you're during a fight, someone can go in with a hacking ship. Like it's actually a hacking ship, not just an Astero, something a little bit more like a porpoise or something. Cloaky shit, and you go in and you actually disable like the cap. Like disable like the warp engine. Crazy.
You get the shit scrammed and you can hack it. That would be cool.
It would be totally random too. It's like, okay, I turned off his guns. All right, that's good enough.
Yep.
And then
you can hold them ransom. Like, we'll give you your guns back.
Yeah, like if that would have been the case, then you know the other side would be like, oh shit, I'm like my guns has been hacked. I can counter hack it if I got skills for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, interesting
exactly.
fight.
I can turn my guns back on. It makes you a pilot. Hey, I have to have these skills in order to be a pilot. I can turn my guns back on if I get hacked. It just makes the game more interesting.
Interesting. Like we don't have jamming, but if that would have been a thing, you know. So yeah.
We were waiting on ECM forever. They said they were going to release it. It never happened, and we haven't been able to get an answer on ECM yet.
I don't get it why they don't. I mean, what's the damage? Really, I don't get it.
I mean, it adds another dynamic to fleet combat, but it's part of EVE Online. Just kind of waiting on Eve Echoes to, I guess, figure out the balance portion. I don't know. The devs won't even speak about it up to my knowledge. So.
Yeah. It's weird. Like, let me see if I can do this with my screen and see what happens. Okay, never mind. It works.
Cannibal Game is asking,
Yep.
what do you say here? NPC null station? I want to touch on that for a second because I know people have, a lot of people have asked, remove NPC stations. No, don't remove them. We need them. I feel we need them because we don't have another. We need them because we don't have another option. My proposed other option is this: pauses get more modules. You can have a pause for mining PI. You can have a pause for generating sites, in space sites, and you can also have a pause that you can put modules on for cloaking and lowering signature radius, and those can serve as pirate stations. The pirates can buy a pause and hide it out in NoSec, out in LowSec, and it has a really low signature radius and the ability to cloak, and you can move it around at will. So pirates can actually move stations around in NoSec and operate from them. They have a low ship count that they can hold because they can only stock and stage so much stuff in them, but they can operate from them. They can stage cruisers and below in them, for instance, or it has a low cargo hold ship hold space, but you can move this thing around in NoSec and you can pirate from it.
That's actually very cool. I
Doesn't
wouldn't
require
be against
solve.
it, man.
Yeah, it doesn't require solve. It's just a station that you can buy. It's specifically purpose built with its particular modules to be able to just not be found unless somebody works really hard with high level exploration skills to find this station.
It's not a bad idea, man. I never thought about it. It's not a bad idea. But yeah, I wanna talk about it as well. Like the nullsec stations, we do need it. If hauling will be ever a thing, in
That would be great.
yeah, in Eve Online, I actually bought stuff in Jita and I went out to nullsec stations, like the NPC stations, and I sold it. And on those stations that people already sold stuff, I bought it up and I put it out even more expensive. So then you have a different way of working the market as well. So yeah, we do actually need it. Love mass of hold ransom piracy. Yep.
Yeah, currently the NPC stations, I used them when I was doing piracy. That's how I got into NoSec, and they were necessary, in order to be doing piracy. But they were necessary because you didn't have any other options. Currently, if you have a pause, you can place it in LowSec or NoSec, but without, Sob Alliance to defend it, it could be popped really easily. It could be found relatively easily. Make it to where you can actually use one and you can actually hide one really well. And if the player isn't skilled in exploration or can't scan it down, you can hide it and it's easy to move. You can utilize it. It's lighter. It doesn't have as much cargo space, but pirates don't need that much cargo space. Most pirates fly small ships. So this is an idea I've been thinking about because a buddy of mine asked me about this, and I was like, well, maybe we can do this. And I rolled it around in my head for a couple of days, and I thought, why don't we use, player-owned stations for more than just right now? They're just an addition to Solve. You get a citadel placed, and then you get a bunch of positives around, but they are primarily in Solve space. Why? Why aren't they in unsettled space? Why aren't they in low sec? Why aren't they being used to haulers' advantage, to pirates' advantage, to in space explorers' advantage? I can have one in some unsettled space, exploring, storing loot. Why not?
Yeah, I think outside high sec, you should never be safe. So the NPC stations in no sec actually makes you safe is something in a way I don't really like it. I would like them to change the nullsec station into they could be permanent, but they could be like shut down in some way. Not as simple as citadels, but somehow they should be able to be deactivated. So if you're there, you can use it, but you cannot live there, right? You can use it, but you have to have another way to get away. Like you can stay there for a few hours, but there should always be a risk, right? I'm not sure how that should work, but I just feel like, some people live in the NPC stations and the alliances is going and just hugging the station so you cannot undock. That is fine. But you're not actually safe.
But it's not. Yeah, it's working right now, but it's not really working. It's only working because we don't have better options. Right now, the solutions to the NPC stations are just what ends up happening is there'll be enough complaints, and NetEase will do something drastic like, put timers on when you can dock and when you can't. That's not a real fix. That's a band-aid. A real fix is to, if you're going to remove them, make something that replaces it with better options and better, utility. And I think being able to use pauses in that way, it's a different type of pause. It's just specifically built for like stealth options and stuff like that. Not necessarily just storing PI.
Yeah.
Just doing more with the things that we actually have to pay for. And if it's found, it gets blown up. You have to pay for it. It costs so much piss. You got to get another one. And that's the way you kind of remove NPC stations. You don't just remove them from the game and then just allow Saab to just grow and grow and grow, and there's never any conflict because Saab is too big,
I
which is
agree.
the case kind of in NoSec, you know. So that's my idea on it. Make it more, make it more diverse. Make people have to play.
Yeah,
Pauses would sell. If pirates will buy them. You know, guys
of
building
course.
pauses right now and NoSec can't swim to save their life.
If it's missing, people will get it. And in EVE Online, they actually want, like in their big idea, is to actually remove all the NPCs everywhere, like Yida, everything, and just have it player driven. And I think if they had it, like everything in high sec, you can have stations in high sec in good areas where you like you have to pay to dock, you have to pay to refine or whatever you use, like what kind of options you use. You have to pay for the one who owns the station. That is a really good idea. Like if that is the future, that is amazing. And then we will see more stations. We will see small outposts everywhere that make small money. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So let's see.
The next thing I like to break up is something. The next thing I like to break up is something very controversial: war declarations.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's go. I might not think what you think. All right. Let's go.
I think we need them, but not. We need them for official war. You know, war going on between two alliances, whatever, what have you. War declaration is good for. I think we can manage low sec, not necessarily high sec. High sec still, we're still the game in its current phase is still learning. So in the heat of battle, of course, I want them in high sec because I want to go hunt all the reds I see in high sec. But I also understand game balance. A lot of players aren't ready for that necessarily. You don't want to join a co-op and find out you're red on somebody's list day 2 in high sec and you're getting blown up. You don't know why. I think we do need them. I think we can stand it in low sec.
All right. So how would it work? Before I say anything.
How would it work? The way work the way they work in EVE Online is how I would implement them minus high sec for the foreseeable future.
Okay. I'm not against it. I'm very pro casual players. So griefing is something that is very big in EVE Online. And if we have griefers, I mean, we have griefers in this game too. Imagine you have a casual corporation where you just mine, you, your wife, your kids, a friend, your neighbor, and someone just don't like you and he destroys like the fun of it, and you're paying for a game to just have a good time. I don't really approve of that. In low sec, yeah, sure, that would have been a thing, like, yeah, move to high sec then. But I think I was actually thinking about it, like, how would this be implemented? And the first, like, the major thing that I thought of was maybe if it's mutual. So if I put a war declaration on you, and you feel like, yeah, you're not better than me, I'm gonna kick your ass, I say yes, that would be fine. That means you can have wars everywhere. And the wars will not be because, you know, I don't like your style, I don't like whatever you do. It would be like, this is my corporation, we're very good, and then you say, well, my corporation is better, how about we fight for it or whatever. I think that would be something good, like, for example, in high sec, like that could actually work in low sec too, but maybe low sec doesn't need to be mutual, you know. I don't know. That's a good way. I think it's I would like war declarations in a controlled manner.
Yeah, the way I look at it from a no-sec perspective is when you go to war in no-sec, the war it's ships blowing up ships, of course, but it's more economic than most players realize. Attacking their infrastructure, their ability to mine, their ability to get resources, their ability to travel by using their addiction to go get resources or sell things to get is that's all a part of the war as well. And what often happens in Eve Echoes currently is once they leave NoSec, they can go and get resources in low sec, and they leave no sec and get resources in low sec and high sec to fund wars in no sec. And there's no counter to it currently because yeah, you can go
True.
hunt them in low sec, but then they'll just go to high sec island, and then there's no stopping their resource gain. They can just reinvigorate their industry by just having a whole ton of players in high sec. So war decks would kind of make it available for those battles to keep taking place in other areas. Now, of course, you can't use interdiction in low sec and high sec, but you can still tackle those players. Those players are marked red and low sec, this, that, and the other. When they go to high sec, the islands kind of is an issue because they can fund their no sec activity, i.e., attack your structures, attack your sovereignty from high sec with the amount of ist that they're generating. That's been a problem recently.
Yeah. But yeah, I think, man, just imagine they implementing the stuff that we're talking about. Holy crap. Covered ups sign for a pass with a cloak. Low sec kill. Damn, I think I'm tired. KS, what is that? Low sec. What is that?
Low sec is never safe. You can suicide blow ships on gate. This is true.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can, of course, yeah. Just have a quick, like, just align. Just align, target, and warp. That could work too.
Well, it's not prevalent because Netties cracked down on it. A lot of guys got banned for doing it a while back. So you don't see a lot of low sec suicide ganking.
Really bad though. But alright, yeah, okay. Maybe pay NPC stations for stop docking for some time. Yeah, that could work too, but I mean, how much? I mean, what is reasonable? Like, if a station would charge me 10 million to dock and like a free on dock after that, I wouldn't care. Like, I would still dock, You cannot. I'm not sure if that would like make. That would be a small ISK sink, of course, but yeah.
Yeah, NPC stations are neutral, so yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad actually to remove some ISK. Safe space dual declaration would be awesome, as long as both parties agree, and the fleet dual option. Yeah, okay. Jay Green, hey, what's up, my man? My previous corp was held ransom with a war declaration, and all the commotion about it actually caused the corp to dissolve and separate. Regarding you guys are talking about right now, yeah. So that's what I mean with griefing. I mean, let's go back in time when I had War Declaration Corporation. We were 2 people. I was pretty good at PvP, of course, and we declarated people in corporations and said, like, yeah, let's go to war or pay us like 500 million. And most people just paid us 500 million, but other people saw that we were just 2 people. And they said, okay, yeah, like, come at me, bro. And we did what we usually did. Like, we had our cloaky ships and we went to where they lived and we just sat there. They could not do anything. And it was really evil. But I mean, that's how that game is. And I really don't want that part in Eve Echoes. But I mean, yeah, that's how it goes. And in my defense, I said, like, because they said, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're 2 people and we're 100 people. And I said, well, I'm gonna take you 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 or 3 by 1. I don't know. I'm not gonna go against 100 people. I decide when I wanna fight because I'm just one guy. If I don't wanna die, I just log. What are you guys gonna do? As soon as your friend goes out, I'm gonna be there. It was really, really evil, man. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah. You never pay ransoms like that. 1 billion a week.
yeah,
You never pay those. You just you either decide to go ahead and start fighting or move. You never pay
yeah,
that.
yeah. But I mean, it's like also like that might have been why like EVE Online was so good, or like is so good. Is because you never know. Like you never know. Even if you're in high sec, you are never safe because you have all these
It's true.
suiciders as well. I mean, but I think we could have it a little bit simpler than that, but still pretty badass, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. If it's only for no pirate faction NPC stations, for example, at war you pay 100 million for 1 hour, you would get you would get lists like the corporation list, and you would mark corpse if I okay. Yeah, I mean, there's tons of ideas how to make this work. At least make it work. I think that's my opinion. $1 billion a week, dude. Fight cause cause them damage. Play jungle warfare. Yeah. All right. I don't think Geek is coming, man, and it's getting really late for me. We have to do
Yeah. I
this
think it was
again.
late for him as well.
Yeah, we have to do this again, man. We have to do a number 2, the second one.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I think we can do like 10 of this because there is so much to talk about, and we only like we just touched it basically. But yeah, we haven't even got angry. Like I could be angry. We haven't even touched some stuff that like make me furious, and I'm pretty sure that there's some stuff that we haven't touched that you could like just go crazy about too. So what it is what it is. Love round tables, Sheev. Yeah, this was actually really nice. I didn't get to do anything on Eve Echoes though, but it's pretty cool. So let's do like this. I got some more codes. Is there anyone who wants more code? Otherwise, I will give a ship to someone tomorrow if you have commented on any. Like from now, a new video. So every day a new comment. That's all I ask, and you have a chance to win a ship. So any more 50% codes, X up in chat or PM me in the on Discord. And I thank you so much, Bradric, for being here. This was awesome. This was really, really funny. I mean, yeah, I think it was really, really good too.
Hey guys, get the codes. If he's offering the codes, get the codes. There's options to spend ISK for some of those boxes as well if you don't want to spend Plex. And the codes also work for those as well. So you can cut the price of the ISK you're spending on that in half if you have the ISK to buy the boxes. So just use it that way as well.
Yeah, half the price for Omega, which is really good. And that's why I like this event, because you don't have to buy the stuff you don't want. You can just buy half Omega, man. Really nice. All right, is there anything you want to say, Bradric? Otherwise, I thank you so much for this time, and we do this again very soon.
Just that everyone needs to fly aggressive, man. Think aggressively. Think of ways to do it. Figure it out. Try something new. Blow it up, rebuild it, try it again. That's how you play this game. Don't quit. Take a hiatus. Come back.
Yeah, play some Diablo and come back and realize how good this game is, man.
This game is beautiful. Aside from all our complaints and ideas that we have to make it better, this game is absolutely beautiful.
Dude, we are complaining to make it better. That's the only reason to complain. You know, I don't complain and don't play the game. I still play the game every day. So, guerrilla warfare, bro. Thanks, dude. It's been fun. This is awesome. Guerrilla warfare to the max. Yeah, people agree with you, man. You guys rock. Good show today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want a nanocore, maybe a rapture, or 2 nanocores if I'm lucky. Yeah, okay. You lost a lot of ASK, okay. Come to Gemini. We will shoot you free of charge. Laser Rifter. Amazing. Well, thank you so much, guys. And enjoy your evening, day, night, morning, whatever it is. And we see you guys next time. Bye bye, man.
All right.